from the inside.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And the free throw, no good. Right side, Kuminga. Here's Payton. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Inside. Oh, stolen by Payton. 1 second left. No good there. And so it's the Golden State Warriors finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Payton in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Warriors can be sloppy with the ball. Coach Kerr said, I don't mind turnovers that result from trying to make the extra pass. It's the ones that don't stand a chance to get through that bother me. If we just hit singles, we have so many playmakers and shooters that it's all going to come out pretty positively. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Misses from short range.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Here's Curry. Rebound by San Antonio. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
Pass to Hield. And he drives in. Jackson-Davis with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Suns in Phoenix.
He's more than chipped in on the glass as well. Just a tremendous effort last time out. He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Since drafting Wembanyama, the Spurs have looked like a team that gets better every game, RJ.
And they're still so young. They're learning the intricacies of the game and how to play with each other. But you can tell things are coming together and the future looks bright.
That won't go either for Curry. Spurs trail by 8. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's a foul he wanted to avoid, and he definitely doesn't want to pick up his 3rd before the half.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And some changes here for the Warriors. Green comes in for Jackson-Davis, and Podziemski subbed in for Payton. Bassey, he's checked in for San Antonio. Branham comes in for McLaughlin. Outside Johnson. The 15-footer. Kuminga pulls it in. The Warriors lead by 8. It's Podziemski on the wing. The 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Here's Curry. Curry creates inside.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Spurs trail by 11. Pass to Bassey. No good with a layup.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's Curry. And that comes off the assist by Green. Curry's got 9 points in the quarter.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
Here's Branham. He's covered by Curry. And the basket by Branham.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection. Kuminga, the pass to Green. Outside Hield.
Hield has bounced around for a while now, but he's still a deadly shooter, Richard.
Hield is the definition of a shooter for hire. He's a mercenary. When he's on the floor, he's looking to pull up from deep. That's what he's paid to do. He's been an elite shooter his whole career.
He's off on the first. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have
very
to
funny,
trust and
Kevin.
believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
And the Spurs making a change here. Sohan's checked in for Bassey. Vassell comes in for Johnson. Castle's checked in for Champagny. And it's Paul in for Branham.
Rare sight. How often does he fail to capitalize at the line?
Paul, shot is off.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Hield. Rebound by San Antonio. Mamukelashvili's got 5 rebounds tonight. Paul passes to Vassell. Here's Castle. An easy 2 on the layup. Castle's got 5 points.
That's been the story of their offense so far.
He's only calling me a pickle because he lost in 2K25 because I beat him.
He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
He can't even beat me right now because I'm the best.
And the Warriors make some changes. Jimmy Butler's checked in for Kuminga, and Moody is subbed in for Curry. And San Antonio also making a switch. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Mamukelashvili. Here's Butler. He's coming off a 10-point game against Phoenix. Emphatic finish from Butler.
And this is where Butler wants to attack you. Ground zero.
To the paint. Here's Sohan. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Out to Hield. Pass to Butler. Shoots over Paul. And there's Butler. That one's good on the assist by Hield.
There's not much you can do to slow down Butler in the mid-range. He just gets to a spot and rises up.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Now here's Moody. He's guarded by Vassell. Moody, good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Vassell outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Left side Hield. Barnes with the rebound. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. 11-point game. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Vassell's got 5 points.
Vassell has no conscience behind the arc. He will not hesitate to get it up.
Butler on the wing. He's guarded by Barnes. Count the basket.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Now Podziemski. The layup off target.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss that.
So we conclude the first half. Warriors ahead, up by 10. Well, now we appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter.
Hello. For Orlando, it was a win against the Celtics in Boston. They run their winning streak to 4 with the victory.
This is what happens when...
Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Spurs.
Well,
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
Yes, and I'm a champ in real life.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
So on the floor for the Spurs, Paul and Castle comprise the backcourt. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. And it's Sohan into the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Devin Vassell's progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks.
A guy you have to guard at range. Butler isn't a volume three-point shooter, but he can hit them when the mood strikes.
Paul can't get it to go. The Warriors lead by 15. And here's Curry for 3. Vassell with the rebound. Spurs shooting around 44%. Not bad. And that one is stuffed right through.
Credit to Vassell for staying active.
Golden State has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Curry, no good.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
Here's a 3 from Paul. Podziemski grabs the board. Podziemski's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Moody. Now here's Curry. Beyond the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
And this has become expected from Curry. Everyone knows how dangerous he is at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. With only 1 game left, let's take a peek at how the final seedings could look in the West. You take a look at the Warriors. They've been grinding out enough wins to place 4th in the conference right now. And, of course, the Spurs, currently a ways below.
Well, I think for Golden State, they've stayed within arm's length of the conference leaders. That in itself is an accomplishment at this point in the season.
But it's something we expected. This team was built to compete with anyone.
Shot is good by Curry.
What focus from Curry on offense so far, doing everything he can to provide a lift for his squad.
Okay, RJ, we all know how luck comes into play in the NBA. Spurs have had great lottery luck.
Yeah, winning the first pick 3 times, drafting David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Victor Wembanyama. I don't know, but I would be really upset if I was all of those other teams to miss out on those big guys.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Spurs trail by 14. Here's Castle. The bank shot, no good.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
And here's Curry for 3. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, his 2nd since halftime.
Outside Barnes. Vassell outside. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Green. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Podziemski. Pass to Green. Down low. The 3-ball. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got his 4th rebound in this one. Left side Paul. San Antonio again can't hit.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Green with the ball. Takes a 3. Curry's shot is off. Here's Vassell. San Antonio again can't hit. The Warriors lead by 17. And here's Curry. 25 points in the game. Banked it in off the glass.
Sometimes there's just no stopping Curry. He's just too skilled.
1:46 left to play in the third quarter here. Paul, the open look. Gets a very good look and converts. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
This is their plan in the second half, to try to use the three-point shot to shrink this deficit.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Jackson Davis is checked in for Draymond Green. Payton comes in for Moody. And it's Buddy Hield in for Curry. Pass to Jackson Davis. And here's Hield. Here's the three. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Butler's got 3 assists in the game.
I just love the ball boy.
Here's a three from Paul. Fires in the triple. Paul's got 9 points.
Doesn't come back and fire threes very often. Paul answers that time.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Guys, thanks. Well, Jimmy Butler is in the 5th stop of his NBA career. He'd been in a standoff with the Heat. As they hesitated to extend him at the number he desired, he knew there's going to be someone willing to pay up. And guys, I'm very interested to see how Butler fits in his new opportunity.
Yeah, we'll continue to track that story. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing by 19. Johnson passes to Mamukelashvili. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Some solid defense from Butler. Here's Hield. Lays it up and banks it in. 5 points in the game.
Scoring close in. Hield is more than just a three-point gunner.
Knocks it loose. Payton with a steal. Pass to Hield. Rebounded by Johnson. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Warriors ahead, up 19. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Kuminga is out there with Trace Jackson Davis, and it's Payton in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Well, Curry's accuracy makes the mid-range easy pickings. He just goes up, nails the shot with ease.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. No good on the triple.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Basket's good.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
The Spurs have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. To the middle. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Bassey pulls it in.
He's got a nice feel for that crossover, but you still have to finish.
Richard, it comes as no surprise that Golden State is routinely at the top of the league for made threes.
That's how this team has been constructed. They are custom built to rain threes on you, and we've seen it be very, very effective.
Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski comes in for Hield. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of height. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, BA, it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Wesley, he's checked in for San Antonio. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul of the game. And San Antonio making a change here. Vassell's checked in.
Number 24, Devin Vassell.
Pass to Champagny. Here's Mamukelashvili. The three is up. San Antonio again can't hit.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Champagny, the pass to Bassi. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Here's Curry.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not good.
Fires from the wing. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Curry's got 16 points here in the second half. Here's Champagny. Pass to Johnson from outside the arc. No luck on that one.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Here's Payton. Buries it from three. Payton's got 5 points in the quarter.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Stolen by Vassell. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Curry. Here's Vassell. Knocks it down from distance.
Great setup for Vassell, who does not waste the chances to get off a quick shot.
Curry, no good. San Antonio's gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Puts it up from 12. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Here's Curry. Uses the glass on the layup. Curry's got 33 points.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
Vassell against Curry. He gets it in there.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Here's Curry. And he gets that one. Curry's got 35 in the game.
And you're asking for trouble when you give Curry this positioning. He's so efficient down there.
Vassell, he's open. It's rebounded by Golden State. Podziemski's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Outside Curry. A minute 35 left in the fourth quarter. And yep, it's good.
The impact of Curry on the offensive end, it's about more than just the points. It's about the gravity that he draws.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Warriors.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And tonight, a fantastic effort to deliver their 48th win of the year.
And big-time bragging rights won today, just grabbing that season series.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Stephen Curry.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple on this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking him down.
Here's Vassell. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Man, when Vassell hit his stride tonight, he just kept going. This man is relentless.
from deep three-point land. And it's Stephen Curry with the three. Curry's got 42 in the game.
Nice looking shot. I mean, especially from that deep.
On the wing, Vassell. He's covered by Curry. Mamukelashvili, no good.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Podziemski. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Oh, man, exploding to the rim.
Yep, makes the simple play. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
Yeah, things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Now here's Vassell. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Jimmy, let's talk about